Today we're looking at the X2I's 48 volt system with space.
Cameras rolling, check 1, 2.
Look there, 27 degrees. Perfect day to take out the 2026 KingBull Jumper Go e-bike. Look at that thing. Isn't it beautiful? Check that out. And this is what it looks like when a 6'3" Viking gets on it. Now let's go over some of the specs of the KingBull Jumper Go. This bike is gorgeous. I absolutely fell in love with this bike and handpicked it out of several e-bikes in this category. It's the KingBull Jumper Go, and it's full of all kinds of fun things and features. All right, coming around the front here, you can see it's 20 by 4-inch tires. They're awesome. They're Kenda tires too. Plenty of traction, plenty of grip, especially out here in these snowy, wintry conditions. Also got a really cool back cargo rack back here. It comes with the bike on the back. Coming down here to the brake system here, you can see we have the Tektro hydraulic brakes and 180 millimeter size rotors. Those are nice rotors too. The Bafang 750 watt motor. Coming around to the suspension now, you can see fully adjustable D&M suspension. You could take air pressure out, you could add air pressure, you could adjust rebound. Great system here. It's proven on actually a lot of off-road electric dirt bikes. So it's a really good system to put into this commuter. And then coming around front, we have the Zoom 4Gos. Those are proven to be just really great front suspension. They are a little bit on the medium side to soft side, so just keep that in mind. They are not adjustable, but for me, being at 175 pounds, they're absolutely perfect for me when I ride. You can see down here, the gear system is the Shimano Alta 7-speed. It's on just about every e-bike. This is also a torque sensor system, so realize it goes, depending on how much power you give it, that's how your pedal assist is going to work. So when you give it more power, it's going to go faster and stronger. Powered by this big, massive 48 20 amp hour battery, and I love the way that it locks in and out. The seat's fully adjustable. Now let's go up here to the cockpit area and check out what's going on here. You can see, got a half throttle. You've got the hydraulic brake system. I really love these levers too. These are high quality levers. As we go over to the other side here, just really nice grips, really good lever system. Let's go ahead and power this bike on. All right, let's go ahead. I love doing this. Let's go ahead and peel off the plastic. Boom. I love the display. It's got a really good looking display. You do have where you could change the modes here. So it's plus and minus. Let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we go through the modes. Looks like we could turn on our headlight too. Yeah, we got headlight, yay. Did the taillights come on? That's the question. Yep, taillights come on. Let's see if the brakes work as well. Oh yeah, very cool. It also has a horn on it. Pretty cool. I think the horn actually comes out of the headlamp there. Just a great looking bike. Giving you 1,500 max watts, 90 newton meters of torque, full suspension, and a step-through frame. More about that here in a minute. But first, boom, we're gonna throw a basket on there. I'll leave a link below for the basket because when you buy the Jumper Go, you'll probably get the basket as well. So, got some errands to run, so that's gonna come in handy. So let's jump on 2026 KingBull Jumper Go. Let's go. There's the rack. Thing looks good, and it's big. Like, you could legitimately carry something really big in that. And that's not really a cargo bike, but that rack really makes it into a cargo bike if you want. It's got plenty of power. And another thing that I like here is the phone holder. So when I'm going around and checking my GPS, making sure that the miles per hour are right, and I get my distance and things like that, it's really important to have a really good cell phone holder. And this right here by True Active is really awesome. Flip down the bottom here, and watch this. When you push the button, watch this. Nice springy action. It holds my big, huge, wide Samsung phone here. Closes nicely. I still have access to the buttons here because the clamp is low. We'll go ahead and hit start on our GPS here. I use Speedometer. You can see right there, Speedometer. It's an app, it's free. You do get some advertisements on it and things like that, but overall it's a decent app. All right, let's get out of here before the snowstorm hits here. Right outside of Vail, Colorado tonight, and hopefully I can get some more snowboarding in on some actual powder. Let's go. There's a big icy patch here. Look at that, right over it. The bike is a lot of fun. It's a great size too. And I know a lot of you are probably asking, why'd you get a 20-inch bike? Why'd you get a step-through frame? Well, there's reasons for that. Hang on, I'll tell you why here in a minute. It is chilly out, and you notice how much more cold it is out when you're actually going over 20 miles an hour. Even over 15 miles, even over 10 miles an hour, you'll notice that cold a lot more. Because it's like the wind chill. Kind of works how if the wind was blowing and it was cold, you know, it just feels a lot colder. So it's good to wear good stuff. I wear good stuff. I wear, you know, my beanie. I wear layers underneath. A lot of it's ski gear, believe it or not, snowboard gear. Because these bikes, these e-bikes, a lot of them only go like 20 to 28 miles per hour. I definitely snowboard a lot faster than that. So just wearing the right gear is super important. And layers, I can't emphasize layers. Base layer, mid layer, and outer layer. It's always better to be a little warmer than a little cooler. All right, brakes handling really good going down Whiskey Hill so far. It's a big test that these brakes don't get mushy from overheating. So it's a really big deal. Hanging pretty steady. Hit this bump here, nice. Suspension over a large round bump. You just get a lot of squish and then a lot of rebound, so it's checking the rebound there more than anything. Go down here on the bike path. I want to test out some pedal assist, because this is a torque sensor, which is really, really nice. This being a torque sensor, there's some things here. Safety, also just reliability and just smoothness too. You get a lot of smoothness with a torque sensor as opposed to a cadence sensor. So that's one thing. Another thing is too, is from a stop to starting with a cadence sensor, if those pedals down here accidentally go forward and you pedal forward, you could whiskey pedal. It's like whiskey throttle, but it's whiskey pedal. And that could really lunge you without expecting it and be pretty dangerous. And I know that because I've done it. I've done it with high-powered bikes that have cadence sensors, and I've whiskey pedaled them. And that's scary, because that, you really don't expect that. At least whiskey throttle, you'll instantly realize what happened, but with like a whiskey pedal, you do not realize what initially happened pretty much, and it's catch you way off guard. It's a slower reaction, but it could really hurt you. Let's go down here and see what we could do through some more terrainy conditions before we start checking out these gears. You can see down here, we can check out the suspension. This is very cobbly. This is cobblestone basically. So it's very rocky and very lumpy and rough. Very lumpy. See some big bumps here. All right, we'll try some snow now. Let's see what it does in the snow. Oh man, it just cruises. It's got a lot of torque, and it's got those Kenda 20 by 4-inch tires. It makes a huge difference over the cobbles again. The suspension is really good. I'm not even lifting up. I want to get a really good feel for it, literally. Nice. Not bad at all. Look at that. That's cool, huh? The Eagle River, frozen over. You still got some fishing spots, but very hard to get to. There's the KingBull Jumper Go Space Gray. I think it's gorgeous. I really like that back cargo rack on the rear there. That's looking really cool. Suspension. Now let's go back up the Rocky Hill Challenge and see if that torque helps us out. There we go. This is about 3 inches of snow right there, and then it thins out. Now over some super rough cobble. I'm not going to skirt anything. I'm just going right through the middle and see what we could do. I mean, look at that. That's like 4 or 5 inches of snow. Look at that. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Look at that. That's impressive, boys and girls. That's impressive. Wow. And we were cooking. All right, this is from a dead stop. This is a pretty steep part right here. I really want to see what it does from a dead stop now. Let's go. Peeling out on the ice. That was ice. We started off on ice, just so you know. We're not messing around today. We're going straight up the middle. Straight up the middle, not avoid nothing. Wow. That's amazing. That's incredible. Wow. I just want to show you what we just went through. The step through thing. The step through part. Anyways, we'll talk about that here in a minute. I mean, we just went down some steep semi-cobble gravel, through some snow, through some really rough cobble, through some really steep snow. I mean, look at that. This is beautiful out, isn't it? Isn't this gorgeous? So we could just be out here enjoying this. And isn't that a gorgeous e-bike? There's a lot of reasons why I like this e-bike, but I really want y'all to hang on to the very end, because I'm going to tell you the main reason why I like this e-bike, and it's just going to make a lot of sense to people. It really is. All right, kickstand up. All right. Now we're going to kind of go through the pedal assist here. I want to give you all an idea of what it's like going through the pedal assist. So I'll bring it down to 6 here. We'll bring it down to mode 1. All right, mode 1, pedal assist. So mode 1. Looks like about 9 miles per hour. Holding steady, GPS is confirming this. So about 9 miles per hour. Holding steady. So we're going to mode 2. Mode 2. All right, 12, 13. All right, we're going to go to mode 3. Mode 3, yeah, you could definitely feel it pick up in mode 3. Like, you know, that's where you're like, oh man, I can feel that. All right, mode 3. Now going downhill a little bit there. Now we're a little bit flatter. Let's see what it goes at to mode 3 here. Nice, nice, nice. All right, I think in mode 4, you just start getting out of touch at about 19 miles per hour with the pedal assist. So, you know, as far as getting exercise and not just going crazy with the shifting here in the gears, because I got it in the highest gear. I got it in mode 4. Let's get me up to about 20, so let's try mode 5. Mode 5, what are we gonna get on mode 5 here? Mode 5. Definitely 28 miles per hour according to GPS. What it does in the throttle on the highest mode 5. Looks like we're holding right at 20 miles per hour, so that's very accurate. Very accurate. On a stopping test right here, let's see. 20 miles per hour, holding steady, holding steady, holding steady. Holding steady. Stop. Whoa, they lock up good. You saw there, I had to pump them a little bit, but I like that. I like brakes that lock up because I'm a dirt bike rider, so I really like that. Not everybody does, but just keep in mind they are disc brakes. They're hydraulic disc brakes. They're made to stop. So it is a pumping action as opposed to anti-lock system squeezing action. Check it out, there's the mystery machine. I wonder where Scooby is. I wonder where Shaggy is. Maybe they're inside getting a snack or something. The mystery machine. It's a staple of this community for real. It really is. All right, let's head on down through here. Yeah, I really enjoy this bike for a lot of reasons. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. We have icy, snowy weather here, and having a lower profile bike like this, you know, some with the 20-inch tires on it, it really helps a lot. What that does, it gives you a lower a lower center point of gravity. You're lower, and you're in the middle with this bike too. The bike is very well balanced between the battery and the motor. It's just really well balanced, and with the rider position, it's just a really well balanced, well thought through machine. It's one of their flagships. It's definitely their 20-inch wheel or step through flagships, that's for sure. You know, their EX Titan that I've got, that's another great bike. That's their bigger flagship, so to speak, and it's a great bike. All right, let's go up here. Now we've ridden around in this below 30-degree weather. I want to try another speed test here and see what we could get now that we've been riding it around for a couple miles. I don't know how many miles we've went, a little bit over 3. All right, let's do the pedal this way. So we'll do pedal assist. I'm in 8th gear on the Shimano Altus system. And we hit 28. So 28 is the limit on the pedal assist. That's really freaking cool. That's just really freaking cool. What a great bike. They just really did a good job on this bike like they did the Titan, the EX Titan, because both these bikes are just primo upper level bikes. They're premium bikes for sure. I mean, they're not for everybody. They're fairly expensive. I think this one, when it first came out, listed at $24.99, so close to $2,500. Now, when you do this, at least turn off your throttle because it could get really ugly. Now, the bike is fairly light. I think it's right around 80 pounds. You know, so it's fairly light, not too heavy. It's going to give you an idea of how well that suspension works. So I'm going to go up, come back, and see what that suspension's like. We're going to put it, I think, in mode 3, mode 4. I put it in mode 5. What the heck? All right, here we go. I'm going to check out that suspension and dual suspension on maybe the roughest possible scenario you could have in. This is cobble with railroad ties. Let's go. Wow, that is good suspension. Now my skill set here is really dirt bike single track, so I know suspension on stuff like that. That was not bad at all, not bad at all. Golly, I didn't even get off seat. Now that, it's not suspension like as good as a dirt bike. That step through thing, I can go on and on and on about that. The step through is amazing. But that suspension, because you have that D&M suspension in that rear, just, man, that's just awesome. That's just awesome. You don't see a lot of commuter type bikes like this or daily drivers in e-bikes. Just a fantastic bike. Just, I can't say enough about it because it's a commuter, you know, it's a run around bike. It's a class 2 bike if you want it to be. I mean, it's just freaking hard to beat. This really is. And I mean, it's not gonna sound the alarm off on the e-bike police out there, the Karens of the world. It's just not gonna sound the alarm. Let's do a throttle test. We got it in mode 5 here. And check out that GPS. Holding at 20. Holding at 20. Very, very good, KingBull. Consistency, man. That's the thing too, is consistency. They just have a lot of consistency with their products. And my mouth and tongue are pretty much frozen. All right, let's head on up here. I gotta get a couple things at Super Mega Mart up here. One of them big bag of dog food. That's why I got this cargo rack on the back here. Carry some loads. So let's see what it does going up to Super Mega Mart. Isn't it beautiful here? I mean, look at that. How gorgeous is that? Just how gorgeous is that? We'll do a little curb jumping for Jack. There you go, Jack. That one's for you. Suspension not too bad on this. Really isn't. Like, that's not really a bike you want to jump on. It's called the Jumper Go. I think it's more go. I think it's like jump on the bike and go, not really just jump. I'm going to show you this other accessory. It's one of my favorite accessories. I'll leave a link below as well to it. It's just, this comes in really handy. Okay, now I'm going to show you one of my favorite accessories and why it's one of my favorite accessories. I'll take off our lock here. I love this lock. It's by Rock Bros. I'll leave a link below to that. I'm going to show you why I really like this lock. It's got a really nice chain in it, nylon strap. But a lot of y'all know my 1000 Heritage helmet. It's like one of my favorite things in the world. But this chain literally goes through that hole perfectly for a chain. A lot of chains don't. Usually they're just cable. And I'm able to not only lock up my bike, but my helmet too. They were loaded up now. You can see here, I got a big old bag of dog food. And then, of course, got her some treats and stuff too. So we got a lot of room taken up in here. You can get an idea about how much that is. I mean, you need a shopping cart to haul that off. And I also have some things here in the backpack too that are for me, but I just wanted to emphasize the stuff I'm getting for her, you know, big bag of dog food, dog treats, stuff like that. And I even have more room. I could even fit probably a gallon of orange juice or something back there, but it's giving you an idea of the load here. It's also a good idea to take a bungee strap. So I'm gonna bungee this up and get going. Okay, now we're bungeed up and secure and good to go. All right, we gotta go back home. So we don't only have to test out some range on this thing, but we're gonna test out some hill climbing ability because we gotta go up Whiskey Hill too. It's a long haul. I'll get up on the curb here. I'm not gonna really jump up on it, but well, it actually did jump up on it. Not bad. But yeah, this Jumper Go by KingBull is really the king of the bike path, so to speak. I mean, it holds steady. It's comfortable. You don't feel any of the little cracks and crevices in the concrete or bike path. You'll still feel a pothole, of course, but it's going to help that shock and keep you from bouncing off your seat, hopefully. And hopefully you just pay attention to where you're going. That's a big part of biking, e-scootering, e-skateboarding, one-wheeling, whatever you do. A big part of it's paying attention to the terrain and looking where you're going, not where you are. All right, let's go through, handling really well. All right, here we go. Cruising through here. I like using the throttle. I like that it's keeping me at 20 miles per hour. Now, are there ways to unlock this? Maybe. I know you could get another controller. It's like an off-road version controller for the Jumper Go by KingBull that allows you to throttle up to 28, I think. So I know that's available. I'll leave a link below to that as well. Me, will I get that? I don't know. Maybe I do. I don't know. It just depends. A lot of things just depend on how this goes. I really like that it keeps me at 20 miles per hour on the throttle right now, and then I could get going and pedaling if I need to. And the reason for that is I've got a lead foot for one, but I also got a very grippy throttle hand too, because I used to ride crotch rockets, race bikes, ZX9s, GSXR 750s, because I used to live on this place called the Tail of the Dragon or Deal's Gap on the border of East Tennessee and North Carolina. I literally lived on 129. Zipping on through, and here we go, the Whiskey Hill Challenge. It gets steep, boys and girls. It gets steep. All right, here we go. Just some throttle only coming through. See if we get, this is the steepest part. So I'm gonna see what does throttle only going up it. It's at 14. Anything over 10 is amazing. Anything over 15 is just crazy to me. I mean, this hill is 16, 17. We're gaining actually. I mean, this is like a good 26, 27% grade on this. So this is no joke. And there's some parts that are close to 30. And it's a long one too, man. Like a wind your head off kind of deal. It's a big hill. It's a big steep hill. All right, I'll start helping out a little. I think on all e-bikes that are like, you know, the 48 volt range, let's say, I think you should always help out in the pedaling. That's just me. So we'll help out a little bit here with the pedaling. There we go. Lock it in. Right now I got it, I think, in 5th, speed 5. Yeah. And it's in mode 5. And pedaling. And then if you want to throttle it, it's going to give you even more juice. And you could do like a mix of throttle and pedal, which is what I think is the healthiest for all e-bikes going uphill. If you care about your motor anyway, the gears in the motor. If you care about your controller. I mean, if you don't, just wind it out, burn it out, buy you a new one, whatever. But not everybody's made out of money like you or your parents may be. So understand, helping out your motor just makes it last longer. It's simple. It's not hard to understand. And just having that torque sensor on these pedals are nice. You know, you're not going to whiskey pedal it or anything. That's super nice. You get exercise too. That's the thing about this bike. Yeah, you got the throttle. It's got a lot of power, a lot of torque. It also uses an exercise bike, so it could replace your Pelotron or whatever. Seems like every single mom has nowadays. The Pelotron. Holy shnipies. Now this is going to be an extra challenge. Holy cow. Jeez oh mezo. All right, here we go. This is slicker than a minnows belly. Look at that. Look at that. Throttle only too. I didn't even have to help it. This is pretty amazing, incredible, actually. Pretty amazingly credible. All right, let's pull on over here. Wrap up this thing, because I gotta get this dog food and these dog treats up to my puppy dog. And Tiki the squirrel's mad. I gotta feed him too. Whew, that step through though. Let's step through. Well, there it is. Whoa, that's sliding die. Well, there it is. That's the KingBull Jumper Go e-bike. The big old cargo rack on it. I bought the cargo rack separate. It's worth every penny. It's worth, I mean, look at that. Huge bag dog food. I threw my helmet in there just to give you a size reference how it is. It's a really cool helmet. I'll leave a link below to my lock. I'll leave a link below to the phone holder there. I'll leave a link below to the rack that I got on this thing. I'll leave a link below to the helmet too. I'll leave link below to all the things that I use. It's an awesome bike and just super happy. Let's see what the scoreboard says. Almost 8 miles, 28 miles per hour is our top speed. And say we got all of our battery bars left. I doubt that's totally true. But I imagine theoretically you could really do 30, 35 miles on this pedaling according to that. So it's a really good bike. Awesome, awesome e-bike. KingBull Jumper Go. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Plenty more adventures to come, so be sure to hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment below. I love answering the comments. Until next adventure, this is Chris from Electric Adventure Channel here in Colorado, ski country. Good day, everybody.